Yes, my people, your boy is back. I feel like every video I'm in the same goddamn outfit, but you know what, baby? I got a washing machine, and it's not even just that. It's like, bruv, every money I'm trying to pump into this business, baby. Anyways, my people, what you saying? It's another day. What do you call it? Imagine those 5 orders I dropped the other day. What I normally do is take it in a van when I'm on my way to work, and whenever I see like a post office drop off or every drop off, I just drop it off. So anyways, I was doing my job in selling into one of the shops, realized they had a Royal Mail drop off. Drops off the products now, and I'm about to drive to my another shop, right? And then I get an email from a customer saying there's something wrong with the address. Like, it's saying Blackpool. So then she screenshotted the Royal Mail like message to the customer, and it basically says like for collection, innit? So what's happened now? The guys scanned collection in instead of like delivery, right? So now it sent a notification to all the customers to come collect it at their store in Blackpool. So obviously, luckily, so far only 2 out of the 5 has already emailed me saying like what's going on, because it looks unprofessional. Well, it can happen, innit? But I mean, it made me a bit slightly concerned, because luckily I'd found like the person was quick on it. They literally messaged me 5 minutes after dropping it off at the shop. So I've seen this, I'm like, huh? So I've kind of turned around, driven back to the shop where I've dropped off the parcels to say what's going on. And then he seemed a bit confused, and he's like, oh, sorry, I made a mistake. So I'm like, brother, please, like, you need to fix this, because like this is sending an email to all the customers, and like they're all gonna start like being concerned, innit? So obviously he's trying to scan it in the shop, and I can see he's struggling, right? So then he's like, it looks like he's trying to be like, tell me, oh, don't worry, it'll be alright. So supposedly it's been alright, but when I check the Royal Mail tracking, it's still saying for collection, innit? So like, what do you lot think? Do you think like the drivers will come, they'll realise that actually this should have been for delivery, not collection, and then they'll scan it and it will update the system? Am I overthinking it? I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly concerned. I'm slightly concerned that it gets not lost in the system, but you know, sometimes with these parcels, they'll just get lost. I might just be deep in it. You know already, people, like, these are my babies, innit? Like, every customer I want to look after, especially, well, always, but you get what I mean? Like, I don't want any mishaps. I don't want any lost parcels. I don't want customers complaining, you know, getting refunds. Ain't nobody got time for that. So of course, like, I want everything to go as smooth as I can. Of course, this is normal, there's going to be hiccups, but like, yeah. So I'm just now thinking like, I'm actually, just believe it or not, I'm actually on my way to Blackpool now. So I had a few more shops in Blackpool, so I'm just going to go back and work Blackpool today. And the plan is to go back to the shop and see if those parcels are still on the floor, if they've been picked up. Yes, I know sometimes system takes long to update, but just for my peace of mind, I'm going to go back to the shop today, and hopefully he says to me, yeah, the driver's picked it up and everything's fine, and then nothing to worry. I'm probably deep in it, but yeah, kind of made me go because yeah, five orders is not the one, mate. But hopefully it's fine. Anyways, talking about orders, as you know, stock levels are low, innit? And like, I can only kind of forecast for like two really a day based on the stock I got left. And seeing that we had 5 the other day and 4 the other day, at that pace, or even 3 out a day, I'll be out of stock. Maybe like 20-25 days before the delivery comes. So it's not great, because I don't want to turn off any of my Facebook ads, any of my Google ads, because of course it will stop the learning phase and it just be a waste, isn't it? So I'm trying to think about how I can keep my ads running without having a stock out, in it, basically. So what I've had to do now, I've had to reduce my ad spend down from £20 a day on Facebook to £10 a day. I know it's very low, and at Google I've left it at 20. But even that, I might have to reduce my maximize click again so it doesn't spend as much, because yeah, it can't be selling more than 2 a day. I'll be real. It sounds silly, right? Because you're like, what do you mean? Like, you want to sell as much as you can. But again, people, like, maybe my thought process is wrong, but my understanding is, like, at the end of the day, like, if I run out of stock now, then all that traffic now that people come to my store that I've paid for is just a waste. And then if I turn it off, then what do you call it? Then it resets the learning phase. So it's a bit annoying. These small scale stuff is annoying. But I'm glad I'm sharing it, because this is the reality. When you only have a certain amount of cash flow, certain capital, certain amount of stock, you really gotta you just gotta be very cautious and slow with it. And it's annoying, especially when you see 5 a day and you're like, right, I can really do 5 a day. But then when you don't have the stock for 5 a day, it's another thing, to get what I mean. So I'm just, having to be patient. And like, I didn't think I'd be reducing my ads and be trying to stop myself from selling, just so that we don't stock out and then be forced to either turn off the ads or just start spending an advertisement budget on traffic to a store that will be sold out. Do you get it? So the plan of action, hopefully we can reduce. I've reduced it on Facebook. I'm going to try to maybe reduce it on Google, to force it to reduce the traffic, and hopefully we stay at even 1.5 sales per day, and then we'll just about make it before the next stock comes. I know it's mad, like, when you think about it, it's like, what's that? But the reality is, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm paying ads for no reason, innit? Like, worst case scenario, if I'm like 10 days, 15 days behind, I will actually spend the money. Like, I will let it run, even if it costs me like 200-300 quid down, just to keep the campaign running and just to keep the algorithm working. I'll do it. I'll be real. I'll have to figure something out, maybe do a pre-order or something, I don't know. But it is what it is, people. I just gotta, again, work with what I gotta work with. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to think now. What I can do in the meantime while all of this is happening. I guess the main thing is just gather as much content as I can. Again, I can't be dishing out as much samples as I did before, right? Because those samples are coming out of my stock as well. So yeah, I'm a bit just trying to figure out what I can do to utilize my time. And yeah, trying to figure out as well what I'm gonna do, I think will really help, hopefully. And I started doing this, is I'm starting to reach out to other suppliers, innit? Because production time 35 days is madness. You know, the thing is, when I was looking back and forth for samples, I had like 3-4 samples and they were all rubbish. I finally got this one. Of course, there's loads of manufacturers and suppliers. Just got to get the right one within those right materials that I have already. So I just got to keep finding them at that matches that same price. They're out there, innit? But I think that would be the best bet moving forward, is finding a supplier who can do a production time in like 2 weeks, because we'd save 2 weeks, right? That'd be a massive difference. Even imagine if you could get it done in like 10 days. Because yeah, like even 75 to 50, that's 25 days saved, you know, it's a big difference. So yeah, it is what it is. It is a bit frustrating, people, not gonna lie, because like production time is the exact same, really. What the supplier was telling me is like, if you order, for example, 300 or 1000, the production time will still be the same. Madness. It's obviously they're not prioritizing me in the lead time compared to all the massive orders. So he was really trying to push me to buy more, but I don't have the money to push it. And I got to make sure my economics are right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to leave myself financially insecure to a crazy extent, you know what I mean? Yes, we can take calculated risk. I can sacrifice my own not necessities, but do you know what I mean, like reduce my spend to the maximum to make sure I have enough to reinvest whatever. I don't mind. I don't need much right now. That's why you'll see me in the goddamn blue jacket, baby. Oh man. But yeah, that's worth looking into, trying to find a backup supplier. I didn't tell you, but my supplier actually increased the price from another like $1 or something. So nothing crazy, but supposedly the materials have become a bit more pricier. So yeah, I think that could be something to move forward, because we can't keep doing 75 days. Like, it's a madness. Of course, again, like, if there was more capital, then instead of like going from like a 200, 250, 300 stock cycle, we could then do 400, 500 stock cycle. Do you get what I mean? But that'll be the difference between like 4.5 to like 10 grand, right? Or 5 from the top of my head. So I ain't got 5k or extra 5k, 4k to come out my asshole, Barry. I'll be real. Gotta work with what I gotta work with. But slow and steady. So yeah, I'm trying to think anything else I need to share with you lot. Yeah, just that little stock issue is something I've got to obviously pay attention to, and not just get caught up in the whole sales and everything, innit? So yeah, so it's just gonna be silly to say this, but I kind of hope the sales slow down. That's madness saying that out loud. For the best for now. Because yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna like, there's a way I can like find a bit of extra money to buy a bit more stock, man. I need to see, because even extra, I don't know, 100 units will help, you know what I mean, with stock flow for even the next run. We'll see, we'll get there, people. But anyways, peace and love. I hope you and your family are good. And yeah, I'll catch you lot in the next one.